Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Resurrection Sunday. So, on this beautiful Sunday, my family and I left church. We went out to have lunch and we stopped by the nearby park where the restaurant was. The children were having fun, and then we noticed, my husband and I noticed this little girl, very mature in her body. And she was on the swing, and her dress was all the way up to her stomach, up to her tummy. And so my husband looked at me because he knows how I feel about things like that. And I looked around to see if I could see her mom. Couldn't find her mom because, of course, I want to approach the parents before I go over to the child. So I went close enough, giving myself some distance, because I always tell my children, if someone wants to help you, they don't have to come very close to you. There is a safe distance if someone is helping you. And so I went over to the little girl and let her know, sweetie, pull your dress down. And after telling her that, she pulled her dress down, and she went on and started playing again and climbing up, and her dress kept going up. And just by observing her, you could tell that there's some developmental delay, cognitive delay, I'm thinking. So, I said to my husband, do you know where her parents are? Did she come with her parents? Because I didn't notice her parents. And my husband told me, described her mom to me. So I looked around, saw her mom way off, way off away from her child. I take my children to the park and I stay in close proximity to them. So to me, a child that has a developmental delay, you want to stay even closer to that child because, of course, they think differently, than other children. So you have to constantly remind them of things. We have to remind all our children of things. So just imagine a child that is developmentally delayed. So anyway, as I'm walking over to the mom, I'm really praying to God, like, God, give me the right words to say to this mom. Let there be a good countenance on my face, because if you know me, my emotions show in my face, and I wanted her to receive me. So I had to walk quite a distance. I'm coming from church, so I'm in my heels. And so while I'm walking, the mom again is getting up to walk even further away from her daughter, whose dress again is all the way up to her waist. So, eventually I had to yell out because, of course, she's way out there. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." And she turned around. And so I said, "Do you have another little girl in a dress like this little girl?" And she said yes, because she had another little girl with her and a little boy. I'm assuming those were other two children. And so I walked up closer to her and I said, well, her dress keeps going up to her waist. I told her to pull it down, and she did. But, you may want to go over there to her. And she was like, she said, thank you. And then she said, he should have been watching her. And I'm trying to figure out who the E is. So while we're walking back to go to the little girl, this man comes over and he said, "You're just going to leave that one by herself, huh?" And I'm thinking, that one? You're talking about a child, a little girl, and that one. And, looking at the mother, herself, her dress was very short. To me, that's a shirt. All her cleavage are out, and she has three children. So, her attire itself, and then she dresses her daughters in short dresses. And I'm thinking, if you're going to dress your girls in dresses, I'm advocate for it. There needs to be a shorts or some tights under your dress. Even as an adult, I don't go out if I have a dress on without something under it, because you could see this little girl's underwear. And especially if you have a child that has a developmental delay, they don't understand that. So they have to be dressed appropriately. All our children do, but you have to take special care with children that need it. And so, I just got really sad the way, she did say thank you, but she was very nonchalant about it. And just looking at her is just like, God, on my way home, I was very quiet because I just want to fix it. And I'm like, God, help me to help these women, to help these girls, because we're just creating generation after generation after generation of women who do not know how to dress, and of women who do not know how to teach their young daughters how to dress properly, because you can teach a child that is challenged how to dress properly, and you need to, and children that are not challenged how to dress properly, so they know. And how can you just walk away from your child who obviously has a challenge? People are taking away children. People, do you know that human trafficking is on the rise? It's the second largest criminal activity in the world. Drug trafficking is the first and human trafficking is the second. It's about to beat out drug trafficking because our children or women or men or boys, they can be reused. When you have to make more drugs, you can use a human body until it's done, until they die. And it's like children are getting snatched up in Chicago. Do we not know that this city, Chicago, Illinois, that this state, that O'Hare Airport is one of the main hubs for child trafficking? Come on, people. We need to do something, women, and we can't just stand by. There were so many people at the park just looking at the little girl who wasn't laughing, who wasn't looking in disgust, but nobody went over to the little girl to say, sweetie, pull your dress down, or where are your parents? Where is the village? Because before there would be so many people yelling, saying, you little girl, pull your dress down, where are your parents? Nobody is saying anything anymore. The first thing we do is we take out our phones and we take pictures or we take videos and we post them on Facebook. And we criticize, but we do nothing. And so my heart is just so sad on this beautiful day because I want to help, but there's so much that I can do. And I'm just really asking women, asking teachers, asking pastors, asking anybody that cares about our generation to speak up, to say something, to help our women, to help our girls. Be an example. We have to teach our girls how to dress. We have to teach our girls how to act. And we have to teach these parents to be more aware of their surroundings, because how can you not know that your daughter's dress is all the way up to her waist? And how could you leave a developmentally challenged child by herself and she's physically fully developed? She looks like a 16, 17-year-old, but her mind isn't that developed, and I don't think she's that old. But she looks that way. Anybody could snatch your child away at that park. Do something to her. Take her, or just do something and then leave her, and you would not know about it. Come on, people. Come on. We need to do better. We really do. We need to do better. We need to speak up and stop just being bystanders and not saying anything or not doing anything but criticizing and doing nothing. That mom, she needs some help. She needs to know how to dress properly, to be an example to her children so they can see mommy dressing a certain way. And she needs to know how to dress her girls, because both girls' dresses were very short. And it's like, come on, if you're going to put them in dressing, put some shorts under there, put some tights, put something, because you know, and you have a daughter that has challenges. Help me, people. Help me. Let's help our community. Let's help our country. Let's help our world. Let's help our women. Let's help our girls. Knowledge is truly power. Knowledge is truly power.